We conquered all of Europe. We're never gonna stop. From Pakistan to Turkey, we won the... Come on, get in! Yes! Yes! Oh my God. Listen, Duds here, Coffera, Tottenham Hotspur, Coffera. Oh my word. I just can't describe the way I feel. Absolutely incredible. Special thanks to Super Alan Hughes and April Mail for the awesome videos. I mean, what to put in a video like this? You know what I mean? Like what to put in, what to talk about when the awesome, phenomenal sight of our captain lifting Big E's, the Grok Monster UEFA Champions League trophy, seeing him hug his dad for what seemed to be an eternity after he'd struggled with throat cancer, and just to see him cement his legacy, his legend with this Liverpool team was just a special sight to behold. I mean, everyone's cried. If you're a fan of this team, you've cried at some sort of point this season. Wow. What can I say? My day started coaching from 8 o'clock in the morning, and I would coach until 8 o'clock at night. And I'd gone out of my way to say, you know what, I'm going to try and avoid the result. I'm going to turn off all my devices. Now, I'm watching my mate Alan's feed from live inside the stadium. So I'm getting really, really, really like hooked and drawn in. And obviously, you know, it's probably bigger for me than the final the year before. More so because I felt like once we obliterated Barcelona, we were obviously the favourites in this final, whether we played Ajax or whether we played Tottenham. And to watch that and then to go dark, black, turn everything off. And I had 2 games that I was coaching that night. I'd messaged the teams and I said, listen, don't tell me the result. I'm going to try and stay away from it. Well, it didn't work because it was blown to pieces inside 20 seconds. I've cleared the field. There's people leaving. I'm packing away goals, and then all of a sudden, one of the parents comes running down. Salah scored! And it was just like, I've got to put the game on now. So I ended up listening to it while I was still it was just awesome to listen to it and to be part of it, to the point where when Divock Origi scores the second goal, I'm actually packing away goals into my car, and 2 Chinese ladies are walking dogs just past me, and Origi scores, and I'm like, yes, get in! And both of them jumped up, and the dogs absolutely crapped themselves, and the 2 women were just like shaking like leaves, and I'm like listen, I'm sorry, I've got these in my team, I've just won the Champions League. Absolutely phenomenal. I mean, you can say what you like about the game. I mean, obviously, like I said, we start the game, we get a penalty for handball. So I don't know what Sissoko's doing. Sissoko's pointing with his arm up, and it hits his arm, and we get a penalty. And it was probably the right call. I've seen him not given, but it was probably the right call because of the height of his arm and where the ball hit, and upsets Mohammed, Ahmad, Bruce Lee, Salah, and it's a great run up, and he blasts it straight down the middle to make it Liverpool 1, Honourable Dirty Spurs 0. Cop for that, Tottenham Hotspur, cop for that. I'm going to get this out the way as well. I'm going to go on record. For whatever reason in my psyche, in my head over the years, the team that I want to beat the most is Tottenham Hotspur. The team that I always look out for is Tottenham Hotspur. And I don't really know why, but it's always been the team I want to beat more than Everton, more than Manchester United, more than Man City, more than any team in the league. I want to beat them. Numero uno. Well, you know what? I've put those ghosts to bed now. I've got to say, their fans absolutely brilliant, from all of the shenanigans in the fan parks to seeing the fans mingle, to seeing them singing the same songs. Liverpool and Spurs fans side by side, singing, enjoying, and having a absolutely phenomenal time. Because I'll be honest with you, both teams won that Champions League in that semi-final. For Tottenham Hotspur to be 3-0 down and come back and beat Ajax, absolutely incredible. I've never seen nothing of the likes. And then obviously I have, because we did it a day before when Liverpool needing to win 4-0 against Barcelona, quote unquote, one of the greatest teams of all time, with the greatest player the world has ever seen on the planet playing in that team, with a side cast of Coutinho and Luis Suarez, and we go and win 4-0. That was the final. The Ajax game was the final. So the fact that Liverpool and Tottenham could kind of come together and say, let's be honest, boys, Liverpool are going to win this. And if they do, we're all right. We're just happy to be here. It was similar to the way we were last year, I think, when we played Real Madrid. You know, we'd done so well to get to the final. When we got to the final, it was kind of like, all right, we'll kind of shake hands on a low score, even though we started the game well, and obviously Salah gets hurt with Sergio Ramos taking his arm off. We were all right with that result. It wasn't as catastrophic as it would have been losing this final. I think this final would have crushed us, to be honest with you. Off the back of coming a point behind Manchester City. And like I said, I've said it all season, I didn't think we'd win the league. I thought City were stronger, and I still stand by that. I think their team is just a little bit stronger. I think our bench has proven to be great this season, but I feel like their bench is amazing. Like, there's great, and then there's amazing. Speaking of amazing, Divock Origi. Wow. Just wow. And you deserve that. You deserve that moment in the final. You know, we've lauded players the likes of Didi Hamann, the likes of Jimmy Traore that played in Istanbul. We've lauded those players as basically gods, Jerzy Dudek. But they weren't that good, were they? Let's be honest. And we've lauded them as gods. Divock Origi is now a god in this Liverpool team. Jordan Henderson will be a god forever. That picture of Steven Gerrard holding the Champions League trophy, we've all got it etched on our minds. It's part of our DNA. Well, now we've got the Jordan Henderson lifting the trophy, tears streaming down his face. Jurgen Klopp lifting the trophy, tears streaming down his face. The manager that can't win nothing, the biggest loser in football, has never lost in a two-legged tie in the league with Liverpool. I'm talking European competition. Hasn't lost one. Just unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. We're going to be buzzing. I'm going to use the quote from Craig Hannon from the Anfield Rap. And he basically said, I've just took a Champions League winning piss. Everything we do now for the next year is going to be like, I've just done a Champions League winners scratching me nose. I've just done a Champions League winners scratching me back. Do you know what I mean? Like, everything we do now is just going to be centered around, we've won the Champions League and we're going to be champions for the next year, and nobody can take that away from us. Nobody. Anyone that said they wanted to win the league more than winning the Champions League is a balloon. Is an absolute 5-star balloon. And I'll tell you why. Because you were kidding yourself and you were lying to yourself. Now, granted, we haven't won the league for nearly 30 years. 89-90 being the last time. But I'm telling you right now, you win a league title, it's kind of over with straight away. You know, I grew up in the 80s. I remember Liverpool winning the league, and we won the league. I don't remember a celebration going on for, you know, weeks and weeks and months, and this new season starts, and it's kind of like you start again. But not with this Champions League, not with winning that beautiful, beautiful trophy for the 6th time. And I think we're going to do it like this. Yeah? What do you reckon, Reds? I think that's the way, isn't it? It's got to be a 5. You can't see me, Tottenham Hotspur, with a massive thumbs up. So, like I said, I've put that animosity away that I've had for Spurs for so long. I've put it to bed because, you know what? Their fans were impeccable. Their fans are a credit to their club. Pochettino is a phenomenal man. I don't know if he's going to be a Spurs next season. Luka Moura, I'm a big fan of his. Sonaldo, I would take Sonaldo in a heartbeat. I think he is a brilliant footballer. Harry Winks, what a guy. I mean, I could go on and on and on and on about the Spurs. About the Spurs team and their management. I think they're fantastic. I think he's done an incredible job with that. So I'm putting that to bed. I'm officially not going after Spurs as being the main team that I want to destroy every single season. And I've just been lucky this year that we've beat them twice. We beat them in the last seconds on a crazy goal, and we beat them in a Champions League final. I've put Spurs to bed now. Put Spurs to bed. So it's either Man United or Everton now. So I'm coming after yous next season, you buttes. I just don't think anything is better than that. And, you know, the next day I was working. I was up at 5 a.m. I bounced out of bed. I was coaching the Olympic Development Program for New Jersey. Shout out to James. How are you, James? You'll never walk alone, my brother. And there was no better feeling than watch James, who runs the ODP program. He basically drives in his very nice Jaguar. And as he drives in, I've got my big boombox and just smash You'll Never Walk Alone. And we ordered like a little cheeky round of applause to celebrate. There was like 25 coaches there to celebrate Liverpool winning the Champions League at 7 o'clock in the morning as we're on the field setting up. But it's just breathtaking. It's mind-blowing that we did it. It's mind-blowing that we beat Barcelona at Anfield 4-0 and played the game of our lives. That Trent Alexander-Arnold would put that cross in and deliver that moment for history to be made at Anfield. Probably the greatest night in European football at Anfield. And I don't know how you could ever eclipse that. Knowing this team, they probably will eclipse that. But I owe Trent Alexander-Arnold a massive, massive apology. And I'll tell you why. I would say about a year and a half ago, when we were on the Champions League run, I put out a comment on a couple of different platforms on social media, a lot of fan groups, and I basically said that I thought Nathaniel Klein was the better defender, and I wanted Klein to be in the Liverpool team as the Liverpool fullback. And I said, and I went on record and saying it, we'll never win anything with Trent Alexander-Arnold playing right back. Well, let me tell you something. I am going to eat the biggest piece of humble pie you have ever seen. I mean, a groch. Maybe I shouldn't be eating humble pie. Maybe I should be eating some sort of slimming pie. But it's going to be a monstrous piece. And it's going to be a monstrous piece because I tell you right now, my favourite moment of that entire Champions League run, not so much the corner kick, because that was insane, was there's a photograph that I'm going to put up at the end of the video of Trent, and he's just sitting against the wall looking down at his medal, and it just says it all. It says it all right there. The season that this man has had, the way he's played, his overall contribution to this team, whether it's been defensively or offensively, his personality, the amount this man does for charity, the amount this man does for the community. He's going to be a Liverpool captain one day. He's going to be an England captain one day. He's going to be whatever he wants to be. If he wants to be a world-class midfielder, he'll be a world-class midfielder. If he wants to be a world-class right-back for the rest of his career, he'll be that right-back. He'll be that world-class player. This lad has got it all. This lad is incredible. So, Trent Alexander-Arnold, I apologise. You're incredible. I can admit when I'm wrong, and I was definitely wrong. We've won the Champions League. You've won us the Champions League. And I couldn't be prouder. I couldn't be prouder. I'm absolutely blown away by your contribution this year. Your little mate on the left, Robbo, what a performance. What a guy. I mean, man for man, that Champions League team, phenomenal. I mean, Wijnaldum. Jenny Wijnaldum. The goals he scores against Barcelona, coming off the bench, the point he had to prove to Klopp. Again, Klopp's game management was the problem that this team had, other than dodgy defending and a bad goalkeeper. You know, I was on the field last night in Franklin, and there's a lad, lime green shirt, Liverpool, and I walked up to him and I said, I want to thank you. He said, what do you want to thank me for? I said, I want to thank you for winning the Champions League. And he goes, why's that? And I said, because on the name on your back, you've got a Coutinho shirt on, and I want to thank Coutinho. I want to thank Phil Coutinho. I'm not gonna slag him off, I'm not going to abuse him. I want to thank Coutinho. I want to thank you, Phil Coutinho, for downing tools, for refusing to play for Liverpool Football Club. I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart. And I want to thank you on behalf of all the Liverpool fans all around the world. I want to thank you because you know what? You refusing to play for this team, you basically single-handedly sabotaging our season a year ago, where we would finish 20 plus points behind the champions Manchester City that season because of the disastrous start to that Premier League campaign. And I'm thanking you for that, because you know what? You, again, refusing not to play for that team, pretending you had a back injury to force a move to Barcelona. I thank you. I thank you because the money that we got from selling you bought us Alisson Becker, the greatest goalkeeper in the world, bar none. There's no argument to be had. It's not Grobbelaar and Southall. There's Alisson Becker, and then there's a massive gap about this big, size of the Mersey, and then there's the next goalie, which is obviously Ederson, and then there's the next goalkeeper, Jordan Pickford, and then there's the next goalkeeper, whoever it may be, and then there's about 10 more keepers, and then you just whack in that Mank Butte down the bottom. You can put him in there. Let's be honest, he's crap, isn't he? And he's a centre-off. He's a number 4. Watch him defend, and we watch him score. He'll pass the ball, come as you like. He's Virgil van Dijk. He's Virgil van Dijk. We bought Virgil van Dijk and Alisson Becker, and look at that. I'm telling you right now, there's a good chance that Virgil van Dijk gets the Ballon d'Or. Who else has done anything this season? Virgil van Dijk, in probably the greatest Liverpool team we've ever seen in the history of the football club, playing probably the best football we've ever seen in the history of the football club. He picks a Ballon d'Or up. I can't see any competition from anybody. He's just lifted the Champions League. We got a clean sheet in the final. Job done. He wins the Ballon d'Or. He's the best footballer in the world. Why not? Why not? He is. Let's give it to a defender. He deserves it. It's just incredible. It's absolutely incredible. And the scenes at the end of the game, the Liverpool players running to the crowd. There's not been enough time to get through all the social media that I want to get through. There's not been enough time to get through all the videos and the photographs and even having a chance to watch the game back. There just hasn't been time. I can't wait for 5 minutes where I can just sit back, relax and enjoy the final, and I'll watch it again. I will watch that final again, because you know what? I don't care if it's been dubbed one of the worst Champions League finals ever. We scored after 30 seconds. We said to Tottenham, come Ed, see if you can score past us. Alisson Becker's made about 3 or 4 great saves. Just great saves, nothing spectacular, just great saves that I would expect them to make. A goalkeeper of his legendary status, right? A hero status in relation to this goalkeeper. And that's basically it. Tottenham offered nothing. Harry Kane touched the ball about 15 times in the entire match. Probably shouldn't have played. I was so happy he did play, because when I saw his name on the team sheet, I was kind of like, job's a good one. Job's a good one. I think we've wrapped that up now. I don't see any threat from Harry Kane. I'm not worried about him in any way, shape or form. I think Tottenham are a lesser team with him in the side. Stand by that decision. Stand by that comment. And it proved to be, because they really struggled to put anything together. Very professional job by Liverpool. Our midfield was robust. Going back to the comment that I made, like I said, my head's all over the place, ducking and diving, bobbing and weaving all over the park, like an out of control Ferrari doing 150 mile an hour down a skiddy road. That's how my brain feels right now, because I couldn't comprehend anything that was going on. Dude, I was in bits for days. Like 2 days prior to the Champions League final, I was a mess. I was in total bits. I was totally in a mess. I couldn't concentrate on nothing. I just couldn't get my head around the whole concept of us playing in the final and playing Spurs and losing to Spurs and how horrific that would feel. But Klopp's game management, unbelievable. The substitutions that he made them at the right time. To take off Bobby so early, great decision. Pochettino probably should have took Harry Kane off at half time. He should have, probably, right? He brings off Bobby early, brings on Divock Origi, And Divock Origi gets the moment, you know, he gets the moment. The goal he scores is brilliant. It's a phenomenal finish. As good as Salah's penalty is, it's a penalty. And at the end of the day, you're looking for a moment of magic, and the moment of magic was Divock Origi. A brilliant left-footed strike across one of the best goalkeepers in the world in Lloris. Drilled it bottom corner. It was awesome, and it was at the right time of the game. A lot of pressure from Spurs. Not that Liverpool weren't withstanding the pressure. They had a chance right towards the end, like 5 minutes before Liverpool scored. It was a cross to the back post, and Son's headed it over the bar where he should score, but he's offside anyway. So if he scores it, he's offside, and it's a ha. You know what I mean? Oh, so many of my friends went to the game. So many of my friends went to the parade and family. The parade, my God. Seeing the players on the buses. Seeing the fans. Again, there's another picture I'm going to put at the end of this video of the parade. And it's going to be one of the most iconic, legendary pictures. I'm definitely getting this picture framed and put on the wall. It's a phenomenal picture of the buses basically coming down the Dock Road. And the seas of red and people on top of phone boxes and on top of traffic lights. Up on scaffolding, like just scenes that you've never seen. I watched this bus trundle down the road for like 5 hours, and just you've never seen people like it on the roads everywhere, like people everywhere, all red, all decked out, wearing the mighty Liverpool logo. Just awesome, singing the songs, having the time of their lives. Awesome, and nothing's better for me than seeing Jurgen Klopp sitting on the back of the bus having a cheeky cold one. Like, he must have drank about 20 beers. That might be an understatement. He might have drank more. Just sat there, just soaking it in, waving, counting. You know what I mean? Like, just interacting with the fans on the street, waving and having a laugh and having a beer. And it must have felt so good for him. It must have felt so good for Mr. Tremarco to be shining that trophy inside that museum when it was brought home by the bus, by the Liverpool coaching staff that I salute. Mr. Achterberg, Peter Moore, the Liverpool CEO, I salute you. I salute this team. You have a phenomenal manager, a phenomenal CEO, phenomenal owners. Phenomenal. You're coming back over to America very soon. This could go on for hours. I could honestly sit here and talk about how awesome this Liverpool team is, how it's only going to get better, how this is only the start of the story of Jurgen Klopp and his Liverpool team. It is only going to get better and bigger. This is a young team. They have big contracts. Why would you want to go and play anywhere else? All right, we've just made history. We've won it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We won it 6 times in Spain, in Atletico Madrid, beautiful stadium. Everyone went. Everyone came home safe and sound. The game wasn't the best, but you know what? The fans made it absolutely phenomenal, and they are a credit to their football clubs. I am Dutz. This has been Cough for That on one of the greatest seasons I'll ever see in my lifetime, and I am privileged to have been able to bring you these Cough for That videos. And thank you all for your support, for watching the videos, for sharing the videos, for putting likes on the videos. I'm just done. Amazing. So Reds, thanks so much. I'm Dutz. This has been Cough for That on an unbelievable season from Liverpool Football Club. And I'll say it for the last time, with homage to our Pete, Mr. Pete Price, ta-ra for now. Ta-ra. Get in. Ta-ra. And you'll never walk alone.